920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Thursday, September 5th, 2024. We haven't traded anything this morning, folks. As you can see on the screen, we're in pre-market right now. So I'm just going to do a little pre-market analysis before we get going for the day. I will come back at the end of the day and kind of see how everything's played out. See if the levels have hit, somewhere throughout the day. Maybe they have, maybe they will, maybe they won't. I have no earthly idea, but that is why we use technical analysis for trading, folks. Okay, so we're looking at pre-market high 552.04. We've got pre-market low 549.29. So right out of the gate, we got about $2.50, a little over $2.70, somewhere around in there, a little bit less than $3, folks. That's plenty. That is absolutely plenty. Now, we did have a report that came out this morning. We had unemployment claims. Actually, we had a couple. We had unemployment claims. We had the revised non-farm productivity quarter over quarter, as far as revised unit labor cost quarter over quarter. Unemployment claims were actually down. Okay, so the anticipation of last month was 232,000. The expected numbers this month were 231,000. These are new claims. It actually came in at 227,000, so better than expected, which you would expect, kind of a run up in the market. And what happened? So we're going to look at that right at 8:30. So right here at 8:30 is right here. So we ran up just a little bit, got a nice little volume push, really, really nice volume for pre-market. 90,000 shares in pre-market is really, really nice. So anyway, folks, we're sitting on pre-market high 552.04, pre-market low 549.29. Now, excuse me, as far as different zones, here's what we're looking at. We're kind of in the middle of some 30-minute zones in here, based on yesterday. Had some decent price action at times yesterday, had some crazy price action at other times, particularly after that 10 o'clock report. This is what I'm looking for if we push to the upside, 553.98. I've got that again. We got that nice big double top on that 30 way up here. We have this level right here, which is pretty close to a double top, 552.33, but that's close enough to our 552.04. We're going to pay attention to this. Again, if we run up, this is where I'm looking to run up to. This is the last time we're at this area, had a nice little sell-off, so we're going to call this a supply zone. Now, if we continue looking left, folks, what we're looking for is we're looking for stair steps. So these are going to be 30-minute stair steps, which that's my preferred time frame to look for stair steps is 30-minute. If our zones get too big for 30-minute zones, we're looking at 15-minute zones, so 15-minute stair steps. So we got a 30-minute zone right here. We got another 30-minute zone just a little bit higher. And then we actually start moving up quite a bit. You can see that all this room. And again, we had that $10 drop, just a couple of days ago, which was a massive drop. So that's what I'm looking for back to the upside. Now, for some reason, if we dump, I really don't have anything down until about 543.10. So 543.10. And we made that level back in August. So back in here, folks. So we're going to call it the 14th of August. So about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, somewhere right around in there. But anyway, now we could probably find, probably won't be able to find any stair steps because this is pre-market movement right in here, folks. So you can see this is pre-market movement. So probably won't find any stair steps. Have to rely on the 9 and 20, folks. And as 920 traders, that's what we do. We rely on the 9 and the 20 to generate those buy and sell signals. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. I will be back on here in the next few hours, probably getting close to a close, and kind of see how everything plays out today. But that's kind of what we're looking for, folks. So have a great day, and we will see you guys here in just a little bit. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Paul, and I am back. We are in regular trading hours now. We've got about a little bit less than an hour to go in the trading day. So it is what is affectionately known as Power Hour. But as promised, we are going to go over what happened in the market today. Now, when we met earlier, and you haven't, you're just now seeing the first part of that video, but when we talked earlier, we were talking about pre-market high, 552.04, pre-market low, 549.29. And then we're talking about these zones way down low. Again, you got this 30-minute zone way down here at about 543.10. And the possibility is, is it a strong possibility? Is a probability That's a mighty drop on a day like today, folks. And again, we had the numbers that came out this morning. So the numbers that came out this morning, um, we had the unemployment numbers. Unemployment numbers came out a little bit better. And again, we talked about that right in here, folks. We had that the unemployment numbers that came in a little bit better than expected, and it just ran. Had another red folder event at 10 o'clock this morning, and every time I look over here, folks, it's because we're still live trading right now. We do have some thin volume down below this level. You can see it right here on the chart, folks. Super, super thin. If we get below that level, um, yeah, and you can see it very clearly over here, folks. You can see it very, very clearly. But again, this is how we kind of played this thing today, folks. Again, pre-market high, pre-market low. What happened? Well, right out of the gate, we got this. Oh my goodness, look at this. We had a death cross to the downside, followed, and this was 4 minutes into the day, a death cross followed by a cross to the upside. Now, I didn't trust this. I really, really wanted to play this death cross to the downside, but I said, you know what? I think from a probability standpoint, we're going to move up before we move down. So anyway, caught this golden cross to the upside, played this pretty tightly to the vest. It was a nice play back to the upside. And then again, folks, we're getting that close over here below that level right here. See if we can push it on down. So, and then again, look what I did right in here. I took this play. I didn't really give this thing any room. We had a report coming out at 10 o'clock this morning, so I said, you know what, I'll take this basically the same play and see what happens. See what happens. See if we can push through this area. Again, 10 o'clock right in here, folks. It just pushed it up and it ran and it ran and it ran. And again, it would have been a really nice play to stay in, but it was a red folder event. So red folder events, it's really not. I don't like to hold through those. I held through one last week and did very, very well. But at the same time, I remember what happened yesterday. Those candles that they were just absolutely killers. If you were in a trade, if you're on the right side of the trade yesterday, you did very, very well. If you're on the wrong side when that 10 o'clock came out yesterday, again, on that red folder event, you probably got crushed. $2.75 candle, somewhere right around in there. That's hard to come back from, hard to come back. Okay, so we had a pullback. We had a nice pullback off of this level again. So, several minutes of, back to the upside. And I thought, you know what, let's see if we can take another play back to the upside. Ultimately, my target was this 30-minute zone. So a really, really, really nice supply zone up here at 553.98. Now, we got pretty close to that. We got within about 20 cents or so. But I took a very, very, for me, a very aggressive move. I took it directly off this pre-market high. And at that point, I'm not even in the fishtail yet. I had to wait another minute to get into the fishtail. But I wanted to take it right here because, number one, I had a super, 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 my stop was super close, folks. So anyway, if it turned against me, my stop was right in here. Fortunately, again, I was able to catch this thing to the upside. It was a really, really nice mover. And the question was, well, why didn't you take off the trade when it started struggling? I kind of thought we'd get this push off the 20. So I gave it a little bit of grace. Not much, because as you can see, what happened here is it just ran and it ran and it ran. So one of the problems of holding through a little bit of this stuff, particularly when you're in the fishtail, is you can miss the move in the other direction. Now, different ways to play this thing back to the downside. So you have the cross that happened right in here, and then that first red candle is right in here. So I could have played this 1039 and ridden this thing down, but I didn't. I just didn't play it. I just thought it was a little bit late for me to get into that play. Would have been a nice play. Hindsight has 20/20 vision, but we have to make split-second decisions when we're trading. But I was able to catch on the recapture of this 9 back to the downside, so that was a nice little play back to the downside. And look at this thing. It just ran and it ran and it ran. It just kept on going, folks. We didn't have another cross until, right in this area. And again, folks, still watching this level over here. But, once we made this drop back down to this area over here, we had some decent plays. But, we're a couple hours into the trading day at this point. I like to trade that first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours a day, and then be done. And if something presents itself later in the day, take it. Now, here was a really, really nice setup. So we had this cross to the upside, and then this play right in here, folks. This was an absolutely beautiful setup. I called it out, but was not ready for it because, and let me show you, the POC. So the POC was right in here. You can see this big heavy volume node right here. It just moved up here just a little bit ago, but you can see this heavy volume node right in here. POC was right in here. And I told the folks, I said, okay, folks, we got really, really good support. And one of our members asked this. So it was really, really nice. It was double cross to the upside off of support. After, no longer making these lows over here. So yeah, really, really nice move back to the upside. Again, didn't take it. Haven't taken any trades since, earlier today. And again, we're pushing down just a little bit over here, as you can see pretty clearly, folks. We had this, some fishtail plays in here, and then it's pushing down. And again, for the low over here, folks, I'm looking at, you've got this little support level right here, 549.57. You've got this little, you can see this little ledge right here at 57, 549.57. But that's how we did it today, folks. It was a very, very well-defined day today. It was a very, very well-defined. Now, we have this beautiful trend, for an hour and a half back to the downside. And a lot of people don't do so well on those trending days, trending a half day or whatever. But today was just one of those days where the setups were really, really nice, particularly the big runs. The setups were absolutely there. Now, as far as what we do the rest of the day, I have no earthly idea what we're going to do. Checking a higher time frame. A higher time frame looks like this. So this is what the 5-minute looks like right now, folks. So this volume that you see right here, so all of this volume, this is volume between yesterday and today. There's no other volume. So you can see that the POC on between the last 2 days is 550.92 or so. Now the volume that you see on this right here, this is today's volume only. Okay, so you can see that we're still below the POC 550.47. But again, the volume that we see for the last 2 days is right here. So again, we're below VWAP, we're below POC, we're below all of the major indicators that we have down here. And again, I think we're going to go take a run. Again, you've got that little shelf down at 57, so watch for the shelf. If we can get past that shelf, folks, I got us going down to 549.29. 549.29. And again, we got to get past this shelf at 57. Probably slow down just a little bit. I'll show it more clearly right over here, folks. So we're going to slow down just a little bit at this 57. If we get through it, again, I got us going down to 29. If we get through 29, then we got this 548.49. So you got some room down here. Again, this is what we like about the volume profile. Let me show you here real quick. I'm going to expand it just a little bit. So what we like about the volume profile, because you can see these heavy volume areas where price tends to move very slowly. And then you have these thin volume areas where price tends to move much more quickly. And again, this is yesterday and today's volume. This is today's only volume, and this is yesterday and today. So again, we love, love, love the volume profile. We can anticipate these moves, folks. We can absolutely anticipate these moves based on positions that are being defended, both to the upside and to the downside. But anyway, folks, that's how she played out today. We've got about another 45 minutes to go in the trading day. But we're going to cut this one a little bit short today. Only because, the levels are the things that I was talking about early today, with the exception of that 543.10 that we're talking about way, way, way down low. With the exception of that, we tried to get this zone up here, this 553.98. We got pretty close. We took out that pre-market low. But we didn't, we obviously didn't get that 543.10, which would have been the big prize today. That would have been a big, 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 big banger back to the downside. But anyway, folks, so here we go. There's our level we're looking for, 549.29, folks, 549.29. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. We're going for a ride. I got us going down to 548.50, 548.50. You guys see my cursor right there. You guys see it, thin volume. Oh, it's happening right now, folks. It's happening. Come on. This is what we're live trading, and we're going to go get it. Boom, there it is. Got it. Okay, there it is. Still selling off. You can look at the volume that's really pouring in here, folks. If you're still in this trade right now, next line down, folks. Next line down. Next node, 548.02, 548.02, 548.02. And it happened again, folks. It absolutely happened again, where I started doing my video a little bit earlier today because I didn't want to miss one of these. Now, POC just moved, folks. POC just moved. That becomes support. So 548.27, 548.27 right here, folks. Again, we got that beautiful, beautiful tail down at the bottom of that stick right there. Again, folks, we love when a plan comes together. And You saw it in real time today, folks. This is absolutely in real time. I know that a bunch of members caught this thing. Again, because we're just talking about breaching levels. Once we start breaching levels, this thing just goes. But again, you can see the volume, 411. That's our highest volume stick. Second highest volume, let me see on the beginning candle, second highest volume candle of the day right in here, folks. But again, it's simpler. It's much easier to push down through these thin volume areas than it is the higher volume areas. But again, folks, that's how she played out today. And again, she's still playing out right now. And I feel very fortunate for being on the mic while watching this one actually play out and talking through this trade like we normally talk through every single trade, folks. So again, that's how she played out. So if you like our videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is multiple times every week, sometimes on the weekends, folks. So make sure to turn on your notifications. Also, leave us a comment. We always love the comments, folks. And don't forget to share. So share with your friends, neighbors, family, trading community, everybody else out there, folks. So please, please, please share. Now, if you are interested in live daily trading, where we do this every single day, folks, we talk about these every single setup, folks, every single setup. Now, there are times of the day where it gets a little bit slow. But again, we have a lot of volume on that one stick. There are times when it gets slow where there's not a whole lot going on, so I don't talk a whole lot. But if you are interested in live daily trading, where we talk about each and every one of these setups, head on over to Trading Decoded. That's our live trading Discord. The link for that is down below. We are so confident. We are so confident that you will enjoy and you will get a value or a lot of value out of being part of our community. We're going to give you that first week for free. If it works for you, wonderful. And if it doesn't, you need to send me a message and tell me why it didn't work for you. But again, Trading Decoded, that's our live trading Discord, first trading Discord. You're going to get that first week for free. Now, if you are interested in the 920 crossover strategy, which I love, that's what I trade, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there for the entire world to see, folks. So head on over again to 920trading.com. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a strategy between the web page and the YouTube channel. You don't need to do it. And then if you combine the live trading Discord with it, folks, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars. You just don't. You just don't, folks. I'm telling you that right now. But anyway, again, head on over to 920trading.com. But again, thank you for spending a little bit of your precious time with us today. We greatly appreciate that. And again, we're still printing just a little bit over here, but again, we're going to watch that POC down in here, folks. Watch that POC. But again, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day today. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Above all else, I hope you followed your trading plan today. The beauty is in the trading plan, folks. It's always been in the trading plan, and it will continue to be in the trading plan. And be process oriented. But anyway, folks, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. And until then, we will see you in the markets.